Cameron Dicker to kick
Here to
off
begin this
for the
one is
Chargers.
Cameron Dicker. And off we go from SoFi. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. And going play fake with Penix. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down,
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Penix now on first down. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards.
It's a gain of
That is good
17
enough for
yards.
Atlanta. First down.
And a Falcon
You want to become
first
a
down.
quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from the 32. Penix is going to throw again. Short pass brought in. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10.
Penix's pass.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that
87.
first down.
A gain of
My
21
favorite part
yards.
was the magic he worked
First down,
after the
Atlanta.
catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it. Like that little lead extra yardage.
It's second down. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On second down, Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Touchdown,
The Falcons
Atlanta.
take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back
Zane
right over there on the
Gonzalez
sideline right
lining
now.
up for
These
the
backs, they
extra
do
point.
feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way,
His kick
big time.
is good.
That one right
Makes
down
the
the middle.
Falcons
And the
7.
Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Well, maybe they're in the backfield still?
Bradley
To kick it
Pinion
away,
sets
here's
his
Pinion.
kickoff.
Darius Davis to return it. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going
Darius
up
Davis
just a big
on the
shot.
return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. And it's a gain of 12 on that one.
A gain of 12
And that's going to be good for an
yards.
LA first down.
And the Chargers
A run like that,
first
Kate,
down.
it just gives everybody a
First
little bit
and
more
10 at
bounce
the
offensively
41-yard
because you
line.
also know it can set the table for more.
Throwing on first is Herbert. It's caught. This is Larry McConkey. This one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly.
That's a gain of
Catch
11.
moves him to the 48.
That's another.
That's an 11-yard
Chargers
pickup, and it gives them the first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't
Yeah.
need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Running it with Hampton. A lot of effort there, partner, but no result. Fought through that one stop,
this league. They love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Herbert from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our second quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. From the red zone now. Caught just shy of the goal line. And for the Atlanta touchdown.
Complete to Drake London.
The Falcons kick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Drake London with the touchdown. Gonzalez now for the extra point. And his aim was off there. He hits the left upright, and it's no good.
Bradley Pinion
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Davis. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they kick it on the deep look. Throws up the snaps and play with them. He's got second down.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Billy Bowman. And he brings it back to the pick six and the Atlanta touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Talking to you.
Gonzalez now for the extra point.
Extra point
set right down the middle. The Falcons push the lead to 20.
20. Chargers, nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This is Hassan Haskins now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offensive line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
No, we didn't draw a second one. We only draw one in.
Herbert back to it after the pick. Catch made to left side by McConkey. He's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Hampton now up the middle.
He was 105, 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Hey, Kappa. Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. That one's complete on Mario Hampton. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 19 on the play.
19 yards.
That's going to be good for an LA first down.
Chargers.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to move in the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Well, buddy? Yeah, Monty's in bed already. Did you find it?
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. The screen to Hampton. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
The coverage pulls up. Nicely done. They were testing. He knocked it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up third down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Buying some time right. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Put the key in the door and then twist it. Twist it to the left and to the right.
Dicker sets on the extra point. And the Chargers drop the lead back to 13.
Chargers 7.
You got it? If you twist it to the right, twist it twice to the right.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away.
You got it? Huh?
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. God begins with a run. It's Robinson. No stopping here until he gets out to the 47-yard line. Offensive line fast.
Well, buddy?
A gain of 12. First down.
First down. Here's Penix. This is
Oh, what?
And he pushes Pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Curry. And the Falcon, first down.
Now on first down, Penix. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left
I don't know who
before
opened it.
halftime.
You put your ribs away? I'm good.
Last play sent him back across midfield here, second and long. Penix working
No,
for
I
the
don't want to.
gun.
I already brushed my teeth.
He throws a bullet deep to the
No,
right
he's-
side. Caught at the
What?
20-yard line.
Penix's pass.
This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line.
It's a
The
gain of
Falcons spend the
35.
first of their 3 timeouts.
First down,
They'll have
Atlanta.
2 left to work with before halftime. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown.
To number
The
87.
Falcons
Touchdown,
racing them to the
Atlanta.
halftime locker room. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no
But I
question
should
about
know
it.
it's
We know
really
points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you can
Zane
throw it
Gonzalez
underneath, and your
lining up for
receivers
the
do
extra
that
point.
much damage in the open field and score.
And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day.
Did it get cold?
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the
The
25.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's starting to freeze? It's getting what? Yeah. Is
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the
no,
line.
there was a soda in the freezer. Did it get cold?
Here's Herbert, first and 10. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say
He
is
was
that one
covered
falls
by
incomplete this
Caleb
first
Ellis.
half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. Back to the air. Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Connection made with his back deep downfield. He's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line.
And the
First and 10
Chargers
from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Herbert. Gets it downfield. On target to Getson. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone. It's down at that 17-yard line. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. From the red zone on first. Headed out right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Out of bounds.
Well, you
Down
don't
at the
get the
9-yard
first down,
line.
but I'll tell you this
A gain
game,
of
that
9.
drives the defense
Brings up
and the
second
defensive
and
coordinator
1.
nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Escapes the pocket. And they're going to be sacked is out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 6.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
5-9. Set.
Herbert now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. The 50. 30. Gets the 10. And he brings it back for the pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened. Wow, what a return to add to that list.
So they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. Return. Here comes Davis. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
You don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass. Returning for his running back there, and that brings up second down.
Jalen Walker on the coverage.
Now Herbert to throw. Has him on the quick hit. And this one breaks beautifully. They're going to get it forward to their own 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
Here's Hampton. This great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
16 more yards. That's another Chargers
First and 10.
first down.
Lasers this one deep down the middle. And they pick him up again. Xavier Watts picks it. And the Falcons have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
They'll take over first and 10.
One game, and I get it, and not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes, or simply take him off this field altogether.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Penix now on first down. He had it for a moment, but complete defensive play. Jarrett loose, incomplete. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what we could call a first mistake throwing the ball.
This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and 1.
Good pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Offense in a hurry up here.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Penix. Gets this one to bucket. And he has a hanging in midfield here. It's 20 yards short. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Falcons.
On first down, here's Penix. Forced back to his right. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Penix is going to throw again. Completed over the middle. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Complete to Darnell Mooney.
Those are the hurry-up offense
A
here.
gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll throw this instead, try to catch him off guard. This line is going to run for it. And he will not get them to that marker. Heck, all he can do is get back to the line. Quick down.
It's now
Well, positive yardage is positive yardage, and he got what he could before getting out. But it still leaves him short of the first after what looked like a broken play.
4th down, Penix. He connects downfield. And he's tackled for the first down yardage. There's a hurry up here.
and the Falcon
Penix out
down.
first down. Now we hit the run here. He will not score. As Dallas set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
He just
First
made a
and
difficult
goal,
throw to the
Atlanta.
outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. It would help set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He was wide out. It's a screen. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
Loss of 2. Brings up
Thankfully, only
2nd
one
and
quarter to
goal
play now.
at
We've reached the end of
3-yard
3
line.
in this lopsided affair. It's Falcons football, and they hold a commanding advantage in this one. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 19 tight, 19 tight. Take go.
And again, it's Penix. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown.
Complete to
The
Drake
Falcons
London.
continue piling it on here in the 4th. Drake London with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His
The
2nd
Falcons
touchdown of
will
the
line
game.
up for the
Yeah, you just
two-point
kind of
conversion.
feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
Makes the score
And they aren't slowing down in the slightest. 2 more for their
Chargers
lead.
7.
Man, what a blowout we've got here.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here comes Davis. Showing a little burst so far. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
The Chargers take over
Hey, listen,
first
I
and
get it.
10
I'm as guilty as
at the
anyone. So
46-yard line.
hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on the short field. And you got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's
8
capitalize and
yards on
find
the
that end
pickup.
zone.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award
It's
them
a
the first
gain of
down.
2. And the Chargers first down.
Set. Grenade.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Throwing the out, that's complete. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Out of bounds at
I
the
know I can sound
30-yard
like a
line.
broken record when
A
I talk about
6-yard
timing,
pickup brings
getting the
up
ball
2nd
out on
and
time
4.
and on rhythm. But these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
5-9, 5-9. Delta, 12, 12. What is it?
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Buys time, rolling right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Ladd McConkey. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
380. Run. 21. Ready. Go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the hands of Ganson. And this is all for Cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. With the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate for the Boys.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Well, there was no hesitation there. I mean, none whatsoever. Putting the offense out to go for 2 there, Brock. And really, at this point, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, you got nothing to lose. And really, this decision made before you ever hit the field offensively. From this point forward, you're trying to get as much as you can, as quickly as you can. And that means these 2-point conversions.
Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week to find a way to flush this, because it's just not been their kind of game.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing now on first down. Penix. Pressure's there, and the Chargers got it. After one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Penix working from the gun. Looking out. The defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds him over the middle. This one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Falcons coasting to the finish line. Raheem Morris sending in the play. He's going for it on 4th down. Trying for it with Penix. That one complete to Pitts. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
Complete to number 8.
Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
First down, Atlanta.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up second down.
And 10 at the 20-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Into the end zone, but not brought in. And it falls incomplete. We'll bring up third down.
Incomplete.
So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
And 10 yards.
Third down, it's Penix. Hits him on the out route. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown.
Complete to Drake
The Falcons keep running away with this.
Atlanta.
Drake London with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
The Falcons.
You think so?
will line up for the
I think this is utter domination. There'll be a lot of questions to be answered. I guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Chargers 13. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert back to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
And the Chargers first down.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
To throw at this level, so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
2nd and 10 now. Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
Gain of 33. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard
He
line.
rolls to his right. He can run it. And he nearly gets him another first down. They force him just shy of the marker.
From the pocket.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And all of that tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it. We're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Absolutely fires this one right side. They connect on the deep shot. And there's a brilliant play around to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Falcons isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Penix. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative, John, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. The left side is caught by Pitts. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 11 yards.
Fourth down, Penix.
4th down.
Put some heat on this deep. Brought in inside the 20. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Timeout's taken now as we have more, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Looking inside the red zone. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Landed the ball right there. And we've got to regroup for 2nd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
And 2nd and 10, it's Penix. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. He didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Falcons running them out of the building. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah.
Brutal. Alright, let's do this. we go. Smart. Really smart.
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405.
Yo, good luck,
One of the
bro.
modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Southern California. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And brought down after a gain of 8.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run
Brings
gap
up second
assignment.
and 7.
Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face second down and 7.
It's it.
They run once more with McCaffrey. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
Jackson on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him
Purdy's
down.
pass. Complete to
A
Christian
big-time
McCaffrey.
play for the Niners.
It's a gain of
35 yards.
And a 49er
To break the hunt,
first down.
coming up now for first and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be out of bounds.
Purdy's
Down
pass.
at the 20.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey.
22 yards.
A
The
gain of
pickup
22
there.
yards.
It's good for a
First
Niners
down,
first
San
down.
Francisco.
A tight end in motion now. Purdy on first down. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. Nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second
Receiver
and 11.
just finds himself
At
in a
the
really
20-yard
nice
line.
groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's
To
some.
Ricky Pearsall.
Touchdown, 49.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The 49ers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing again is Purdy.
It's going to be conversion is successful.
Aggressiveness pays off right away, and just
Chargers
like that,
nothing.
the lead is 8-0.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here's Darius Davis to return. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense
The Chargers
will
take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run, and here's Amarian Hampton. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
11 at the 22-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Going for it all. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line. Here's first and 10.
A gain of 43 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And here comes Hampton. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
It's
So
a gain of
after
7.
one,
Brings
the
up second
Niners
and
have
3.
the early
And
advantage.
the 49ers
We're back in
28-yard
Southern
line.
California in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with second and 3 coming up. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll get nothing here.
Taken
Back to the
down
line of
right
scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike,
It's
is
third
clearly
down
about the
and
job
4.
of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Short pass taken in by the Tigers. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, L.A.
It's a gain of 16
This is
yards.
quarterback play at its finest, is
And the
understanding and
Chargers
identifying the
first
blitz
down.
before the ball is snapped.
First and 10
That's
at
what
the
allows him to get
12-yard
the ball
line.
out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
On the give, here's Hampton. And he will get into the end zone. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Chargers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll let Hampton try to run for it. And he's not going to make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall.
Niners
They'll hold on
8,
to their lead
Chargers
at
6.
8-6.
Cameron Dicker to
After
kick
the
off for
touchdown,
the
here's
Chargers.
Dicker out to send this one away. And no chance to return this
The
one
Niners take over
through the
first
end zone
and 10
for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
It's it. It's it. 18.
Play fake. Now it's Purdy. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get about 8 on that one.
To
Most of it
Kyle
coming
Juszczyk.
after the catch.
A
It's
gain of
second
9
down.
brings up second and 1 at the 44-yard line.
It's it. It's it.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. They're going to work this down inside the
Christian
45.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Pickup
He's
of
brought down at the
14 on that
42-yard
one.
line.
First down,
A gain
49.
of 14. First down,
And these are the
49ers.
explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On first and 10, Purdy. open man is Jennings.
Pass.
And he can't get away. They run into the football defensively.
No
Bring him
gain
down
on the play.
for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2 minutes to go.
At the Chargers'
First half
42-yard
in a
line.
2-point game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds.
Purdy's
At the 25.
Complete to Christian McCaffrey.
17 yards.
It's a gain of 17
there.
yards.
It's good for a
And
Niners
the
first
49er
down.
first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They look underneath here for McCaffrey.
Purdy's
And
pass.
he's brought down
Complete to
after a
Christian
gain
McCaffrey.
of 6 on first
It's a
down.
pickup of 6.
A
Brings
bit
up
of a quick
2nd
hitter
and
here.
4.
What you're hoping for,
At the
Mike, is that the
Chargers'
defense can't
18-yard
react
line.
quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
To throw once more, it's Purdy.
Purdy's pass.
Incomplete.
Intended
Good
for
job.
Ricky
Pittsburgh
Pearsall.
separated the man from the ball,
Incomplete.
and it'll bring up third
It's
down.
third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good
4 yards to
pass. I mean, he
go.
puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. Third and short. Purdy. Got his man at the 6. And he'll get into the end
To George
zone.
Kittle. Touchdown,
George
San
Kittle.
Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll drop the throw. This is a call. He's got it.
Successful.
And they tack
Makes the
2
score
more
Niners
onto their
16.
lead.
Chargers
I know it
6.
sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return, here comes Davis. And he'll be forced out of
Darius
bounds for a
Davis on the return.
solid
The
return.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Jason Kittle. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Now it's McCaffrey. And some space opens as he's brought down
McCaffrey, the
following a gain of 6.
He was taken down at
They'll
the
work now on
22-yard
2nd
line.
and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
The
4.
gun. It's Purdy. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Purdy's pass
The Niners
complete
use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Watch out!
Third and short. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey after that feed. And that'll set up fourth down.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
Now Purdy. That is incomplete. Oh, they attempted to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on
Result
down.
of the play is a
And here we have a real
turnover on
gutsy
down.
call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating your players, hey, offense, I trust in you. And let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays out. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. 14 on the pickup. And the Chargers have the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Kappa. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Gonna air this one out. Down the field, but it is incomplete. McConkey, the one he was looking for.
Brings up 2nd and
And that
10.
will lead to a second down. Throwing again, Herbert. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. He'll be brought down just shy of
A
midfield.
gain of 17 yards.
Now a timeout Chargers
And the
here. That's their
Chargers
second.
first down.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds
First
to go
and 10 at the
until halftime.
49-yard line.
Herbert to the air again. The ball thrown deep for Johnston. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds past the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first
It's not
and
often,
10.
Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. And he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on and try a field goal now. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Kyle Shanahan now will turn to his field goal unit. It's a 48-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And their lead will stay right where it is.
16.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Herbert now on first down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Eddie Manny Pinheiro set to kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he brought it down at 25. Decent field position to start this game.
At their own 26-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, it's Herbert. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He's going to go up there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Big hole to run through there on 3rd and 1. This offensive line, they completely dominate this defensive front, and opens the door for a really nice pickup and an easy first down.
On first down, right back to Hampton. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. From the secondary, Diamador Lenore with the stop.
2nd and 8.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Herbert. That one's incomplete. Good
intended for Quentin Johnston.
For the receiver,
Incomplete.
couldn't hang with it, and it brings up
3rd down and 8 yards.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and Herbert's did a great job over him.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. That's taken in. And he's going to end first down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
And the Chargers first down.
Shotgun snap. You get it to Hampton. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Chargers
on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It is picked off by the rookie safeties.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
The tackle
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down.
To Christian
after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 10.
stage in the fourth quarter. Great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On second down, Curry. He'll go right and find his running back. Good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle.
Purdy's pass.
And he's taken down
Number
past the
85,
35.
George Kittle.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier,
First
and
down,
that catch gets him a
49ers.
first down. It's that, it's that. 18, what's that? Good run here with McCaffrey. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
And the 49ers
Two-possession lead,
first
fourth
down.
quarter. This is the time, Mike.
All you doing is run the fucking clock, bro. You won the game. But, go to bed now. I know, it doesn't mean to stay up all night. Okay.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the LA Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
We are
for
just
the
about
Chargers.
ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of
He
scrimmage.
was taken down behind the line of
Officially a
scrimmage.
loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage.
Second and
down.
12 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud. They get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
Pass. Complete to
For teams that like to play man coverage, running quarter routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off, sometimes you're just rounding it, sometimes there's a fake, sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running really well here, and they'll stop him short.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Houston.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they can only manage to get a couple. second and 8 coming up.
The 47-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football, getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, or just get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3-yard gain now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Ball is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 44 yards. And the Texans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
Ended up in the end zone. A lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. And they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, it's Hampton. Looking for a seam to find him now. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Brings up second
to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it was like one tackle, but they quickly moved it down. But a nice little gain. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. He's going to be stopped at the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Hampton. And we'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. Gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Herbert. Now he'll take this and run. Man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Illinois. Kamani Vidal, 33 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point after good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7.
The game at 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for
each
the
team's
Chargers.
had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to the lead. And this we come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles. It was better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, the shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. They set up the screen. Marks. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. As Stroud now to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You and your friends got to go to school.
Mixon with a first down carry. Down to about the 45.
They suspected it was a power play with the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got down in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Stroud looking to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down,
What a drive.
Houston.
This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts.
It's a
So
game
that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Stroud. Looking now, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Mixon. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
They're
goal.
holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Stroud keeps it. He's over for a touchdown. C.J. Stroud. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this
You gotta
first
get off your
half.
phone and go to sleep.
The kick is
Extra
good.
point Fairbairn up and good.
Okay.
Makes the score
I'm taking you to school.
14-7.
Chargers 7.
Go to sleep.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Darius
Good field position here as he's out of
The
bounds up
Chargers take
about
over
the
1st and
34-yard
10
line.
at their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is. But that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers. Literally and figuratively.
And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. So it's in a pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we've got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. We say we use them to start the second half and get us going.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Brings up
I have to
third
think a major
and
focus
7.
of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
First down.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll work inside here in Hampton. And we'll go down here at the 35-yard ball carrier. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down.
20-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And just a couple yards here to get to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And we're rising, just taking a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer. Because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in time in the game.
score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half and keep the game in 100%.
Deion Henry there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. Stroud to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Down, Texans.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. Even with 2 remaining, we'll be back at the 41-yard line.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stroud will drop this one down to Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line right at the 30.
It's a
gain of 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for the offense.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively.
At the 24-yard line.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Houston.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mixing up the middle. And here's Madden off the scrimmage, and he goes down right there
at the 11-yard line.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now
brings up
in this situation should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Handoff to Mixon. And we'll get this one down at the 10-yard line. What's the thinking? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you can assure yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
We'll swing this out to Marks. And he's going to be brought down just shy of it and at the 6. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to take the lead here in the final minute. this game remains tied here in the fourth. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's going to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now.
J.K. Scott.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Noel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So the Texans will have the first opportunity here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Yeah, they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, that's really a chip shot, right?
Anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Stroud working out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage here, force the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure that at the point of attack, when the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Nothing flashy there to slide to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance. That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
You're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. It's intercepted!